Okay, so hopefully I am absolutely 100% live on YouTube. And sorry if you're tuning in and you don't understand what I'm talking about, because I'm using this as a test subject. Okay, so anyway, so it's 60 o'clock. It's 60 o'clock. So it's 6 o'clock, 22nd of December 2020. And I've absolutely hit the wall. Yeah. So anyone who's following what I'm doing, I'm training to do my RKC, the Russian Kettlebell Challenge, and I want to be able to do certification in 2020. It's around June, July 2020, and I've got quite a long way to go to get my 55-year-old body fit enough and strong enough to be able to pass this challenge. I've obviously, over the years, I am a trainer, believe it or not. I'm a coach, I'm a therapist, a rehab specialist, which you're going to really laugh at, because I'm opening myself up here, making myself look bad, actually. But I'm only human, and I'm very, very good at working with people and seeing what they need to do. But I am so bad at working on myself. I make so many mistakes, it's untrue. I have a lifetime of injuries and bad decisions that I've made, which has just helped to wreck my body in a lot of ways. But I have a lot of experience with training, and I'm willing to try anything. And when I get my teeth into something, I don't let go. So today's training session isn't so much a training session. It was me talking with my coach online through a Zoom conversation. My coach is Terrence. Um, and like I explained to him, I just can't train at the moment. I just hit a wall. I feel exhausted. My neck hurts. My elbow has gone into spasm and is locked up. My back is okay, but it doesn't feel great. And my knees just still really hurt. Okay. Now, yes, the training has caused these things, but I'm already injured. Okay. It's not anything new. My hope is that I can train myself through all these things using the kettlebell system, plus everything else that I use, like my clubs, movement work, functional range conditioning, DNS work, or lots and lots of different things that I use, yoga, stretching, meditation, to get my body feeling a bit better. I've had operations on my neck, operations on my back, operations on my knees. I've got a few pins in there, and it's not the best. And it was all brought about by hard training, yeah, but mostly contact sports: rugby, American football, karate, fighting, you name it. I did it, and it's caused me a lot of problems. Anyway, long story short, I've hit the wall. I hit the wall. I am just exhausted. I just can't get up and train. I mean, I'm not working at the moment, right? Because of the corona thing. So I'm not working, but I'm just so tired. I couldn't work if you paid me. Just feel so exhausted. Um, so I've had to stop training, and I've had a really good discussion with my coach today. And we got to the bottom of what's going on. Why do I feel so tired? I mean, there can be a million and one reasons. I could go to the hospital, start having blood tests. We could do testosterone levels, hormone profiles, etc., etc., etc. I don't want to go down that route, because it could be something far, far simpler. And if there's one thing I've learned through my years of coaching and therapy with people, it's that the simplest answers, or it's usually and hopefully I'm still live. And my problem, it turns out, I think my problem is I'm just not I'm just not eating enough food. And let me explain that a little bit more. Over the years, I've done tons of different types of diets, from paleo, vegan, vegetarian, carb high. I've done everything, even carnivorous. I've tried everything. I did when I hit the paleo diet about 6 or 7 years ago, when it first kind of came out and started getting popular. I did make a really big difference to myself when I stopped eating. It was probably 10 years ago, actually. I stopped eating any refined carbohydrate, went very, very high on the protein and the vegetables. And I did feel really good. I lost 2 stone in weight. That would be, for you, for the Americans out there, nearly 30 pounds. I lost 2 stone in weight. It felt really good, trained really well, worked really hard as a fitness professional. And I did good. But over the last few years, I've gotten out of these ways. And, I've had a lot of turmoil in my life, a lot of problems. And I've fallen out of tracked properly with my diet. I don't know why. Because I don't know, from one thing and another, I just go off on a tangent, and despite other people like my girlfriend saying things to me, I go off on a tangent. Anyway, I've become more, don't eat much meat anymore. I eat way more vegetables. I'm not a vegetarian, by the way, or a vegan. I don't profess to be in anything. I'm an anytarian. But I got into the fasting thing, and nowadays, and for the last few years, like I very rarely have a breakfast. I probably won't eat lunch till about 2 o'clock, and it usually consists of a sandwich. Okay. And then in the evening, often having pasta, rice, bread with a bit of protein and vegetables. Like, I don't eat tons of bad food. I'm not drinking much alcohol. I hardly drink alcohol. I have a bit at the weekends. I don't drink fizzy drinks, anything like that. So, but my calorific intake is got to be around 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day, when somebody who's training and doing the kind of work that I'm doing probably needs around 3,500 calories a day. Now, I weigh 17 stone. Okay. I weighed just over 18 stone at the start of 2020. And I've got that down to 17 stone now. But my fighting weight if you like, would be around 15 stone. That's when I would feel really good, a lot leaner. And that's 2 stone less than I am now, or 30 pound. So I have a long way to go. But I think that not taking in enough calories and not being energized through enough food is possibly why I'm hitting the wall and feeling so tired and feeling so achy. So we're going to start really looking at my diet and going back into having a breakfast, having a snack or something, or a protein shake in between meals, going higher on the protein side of things. Like I say, I'm not a vegetarian, but I've really gotten away from eating a lot of meat over the last few years. It's just something that I kind of gravitated towards. Don't know why. I just have. Maybe it's because I feel that eating animal flesh is perhaps not the best thing to do, but I do like it. Can't deny that. So I've got to work a way around this somehow, so I'm getting enough calories in per day. I'm going to do it all properly. I'm going to have a look at, all the different recommendations for how many thousands of calories you should be having per, for your body weight and your lifestyle. But right now I'm whacked. I'm completely whacked. I've been training too hard, too long, without not enough fuel in the tank. And we're going to change the training slightly. You want to see my left elbow? That's my left elbow at the moment, straightened. So it's an old martial arts injury, and I think it's my brachioradialis through here. And sometimes I just move it out, it just locks up. It just completely locks up. and I'm done. I have to hold my arm like this. It's crazy, isn't it? The right side of my neck, there's definitely a block around the lower cervical spine and something going up around my C1, C2, because my rotation there, it just blocks, and so does my side bending, it blocks, and I'm getting nerve pains down my neck. Now, I've had these nerve pains in my neck for quite a few years. It's just getting worse when I'm doing harder training. It's amplifying the problem. So I've got to somehow try and find out, either treat it myself or find someone that I can get to help me get rid of that. But I don't trust many people. I'm very particular about which kind of therapist could get and treat me. I don't like a lot of chiropractors. Nothing against them. I just don't like the way a lot of them work. You have to be a very, very good, very experienced chiropractor who has had further training before I'll let them loose on my neck. And that's just because I've had a lot of bad experiences with a lot of chiropractors. I just don't like them at all. Nothing against them personally, just the way a lot of them do their work. But I could honestly say the same about physios, osteopaths, and trainers. So I'm not picking on you guys, because I know some chiros who are exceptional. They just don't live near me. I need someone a bit closer in these strange times that we're in at the moment. So training wise, we're going to go back to a little bit more. I'm just going to be working real basics, just going through the motions. Trying to get my Turkish get up better and things, but nothing heavy now over Christmas. And I'm going to up my food intake. So I'm ordering up some protein powders. I'm going to get some more protein basically inside me, plenty of eggs, things like this. And, the one thing that I always find hard is, like, I only have to look at a plate of food and I'll start putting on weight. My weight seems to shoot through the roof straight away, and it goes straight to my stomach. So having said that, during the summer, I was working quite hard doing groundwork on a house that we were renovating, and I probably had 2 months worth of, digging, shoveling in the garden. It was really hard work, and I actually lost weight, even though I had to eat more because I knew I was doing so much work. So I'm going to go and try and hit the paleo style a little bit harder. For the next few days, I'm still going to have to finish off what we've got in the house. When you've got a family, you kind of all mix in, don't you? And you have what everyone has. It's difficult to change it around. Maybe you've got some suggestions about that. I don't know, like, cook your own food, I suppose. But anyway, that's my update. Stay tuned, because I will put in more information about my training. The mobility work is slowly getting there as well, although, I don't seem to be progressing any further with my stretching. Just that, if I want to get to being able to do the splits, it ain't happening anytime soon. It's just how much work you can put into all these things when you've got other things to do. Okay. That's it. So take care. Wish you all well. Stay safe. Keep training through Christmas and keep searching for those things. Like I said at the start, you go off on a tangent. You think you're doing the right thing. But man, when you get somebody pull you back in and makes you look at things, you start to see answers. And if you haven't got a mentor or someone helping guide you, then left to your own devices, you can be pretty bloody dangerous. I would implore you, if you are not, no, I would implore anyone, find yourself a tutor, a mentor, a coach, a guide, someone who you can just bounce ideas onto. Honestly, sometimes, like, just for a few quid, just Just speaking to the right person can set you up for a whole new level of you. It's good to read books and stuff, watch YouTube and get ideas from all that. But like, you really want someone to know more about you, because as I've said, like when people come to train with me or do rehab work, it's never a standard, you must do this, you must do this, you must do this, um, that I give to everybody. Like, it's not a cookie cutter profession, or it's not, I don't work that way. You have to give people stuff according to their ability and what's going on with them. And everybody's so different. The variety is so vast that, quite honestly, people just working on the same stuff is just not doing the best for anyone. Having said that, we know that if I gave every single person deadlifts to do, they would all progress. And some would progress really well, and some would progress okay, and some probably wouldn't progress that well. So we're all different. So find someone you can talk to. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy saying to somebody and laying things open. You know, my coach wants me to take pictures of my food and send them to him, and that's what I get my clients to do with me. I'm no different. Yeah, we're all on the same journey. I'm just opening up and saying, you know, I make mistakes as well. I get pulled up for them, and I get help. So you probably want to as well, because there's no such thing as an expert in the body, not on this planet. Take care, guys. See you again soon. Bye-bye.